yeah. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Hello, hello. Glad you know my name now. Yeah, because I drove it into your brain last one. So yeah, I have therapy in 34 minutes too. So this isn't going to be very long. I'm not even going to do introductions because this isn't a live. Well, it is a live, but not one of my regular ones. There goes Leisure intentionally writing my name incorrectly. That's how Dionne Warwick spelt it. And I got called Dionne Warwick a lot growing up. So a lot of people assume that I'm black because of my name. And for anybody that hasn't seen me, no, I'm the epitome of a white boy. I'm a cracker. I'm a cracker. There we go. You know, not that it's ever mattered to me, really. I don't care. I think it's kind of funny. Although there were times that you know, I've had to listen to whoever I was dating or maybe my girlfriend at the time on the phone with their grandparents or parents going, "He's not black. I'm telling you, he is not black." Yeah, I wasn't too enthused about meeting the grandparents or parents, not if they were going to fucking act that way. No, no thanks. It just tells me who not to hang out with. That's what it told me. Right, so I got options right now. Actually, I can do whatever I want, but, I'm trying to work on some things. And I'm telling you that even though a lot of places are desperate, recovery places are getting desperate right now. Been a lot of layoffs, firings, letting go of. Sorry, I don't feel bad about it. They put himself in that position, so I don't feel bad at all. I've been over here helping people, and because I made the decision not to take any government money, it did not affect me. Imagine that. That's why I didn't take it. I know it's not smart to become dependent upon government money. That's things change, man. So, but I'm still finding a lot of resistance out there. They still want to go ahead and do things the way that they're doing, even though they know it's not the right way. I really don't. Even a place that was recommended to me, I was on the phone with them and, tried to get my daughter some help through IOP. They never followed up. And they were supposed to send me an email and set up a meeting with me. Oh, on the phone, they're all nicey nice and everything else. But when it comes time for follow through, I'll tell you what the usual answer is: silence. And you know what that tells me? It tells me they're doing something nefarious because they know who I am. Right? In this area, these people do know who I am. I'm the person that reports. I'm the person that does things the right way. And, I can do several things, but it's like, Isaac still has money. Trump sent him in the first term. Don't depend, but stashing it is a good idea. Absolutely, it is. Yeah. Free money, put it away, man. Put it away if you can. Not all of us could do that. I didn't get mine. It went towards my child support. I didn't even get like half or a quarter of it or anything. They were just like, nope, not yours. Okay. So I'm trying not to get frustrated with the recovery field, but You know, I want to do something, but I'm not willing to bend my morals. I'm not willing to bend the ideals, the ethics that have been given to me in order to be a part of something. I won't. Heather says, good afternoon, quiet moment over here. So nowhere I'd rather be with my tribe. It's good to see you, Heather. And thank you. Michelle says, did you follow up with whomever? Do you want to here? Let's see. I got right now on my screen, I got 1, 2, 3, 4 places with whom people have not followed up with me. But did I follow up? Well, I don't understand. There was no reason for Dion to follow up. They said they were going to take actions. They did not take actions. Right. I'm curious as to why nobody ever called my daughter back. That's what I'm wondering. You know, I let her know that she was medicating stuff, and suddenly falling through the cracks. Here we are. No follow up. It's one thing to ignore the people out there, but ignoring my daughter probably wasn't the best move. I will be saying and doing something about it. Yes, I did leave the last live quickly. Yes, I did. I even said I'm going to speed this up. So as to why, it's really nobody's business. I had to poop. There you go. Are you glad you know now? Okay. Yep. I deal with a lot of stomach issues. Sometimes I'm not given the choice. I'd always put on a headset, take you in with me if you want next time, if you guys are really that attached to me. I'm just kidding. All right. You know, the other thing, she may have been thinking, and I tried to think of whoever but I didn't bring up anybody that I was supposed to follow up with. There was no reason for me to follow up. These people were supposed to follow up with me. But so what it is this place, you know, that was recommended to me. East Metro Detox used them. And so I talked to them about, you know, hey, let's put you on but they're like, oh, we did the tour and we are on the resource list. And so then the laziness starts. I'm like, no, that's not the end of it. If they don't follow back with me, then they're off the resource list for East Metro Detox. But even then, I don't know where that's at because I've been having to wait. And I'm getting a little tired of fucking waiting on people. You know, now they're saying end of month. You know, I'm getting a little tired of waiting. My patience is worn thin on waiting for other people to decide whether or not, you know, that's going on. Months. I've spent years doing it. And I can't seem to find somewhere where I belong. Somewhere I belong. I'm a Linkin Park song. All right. What a perfect mug. Thanks. I appreciate that. I don't think that's what I think you're talking about. Oh, you're talking about this? My coffee mug. Live, laugh, love. Live well, laugh often, love much. Yeah. That's one of Amber's favorite things. I have another friend, Michelle. She went to the Grassroots a couple of times. It's one of her favorite sayings too. You know, I've been putting a little bit of thought because what I'm talking about here is something that makes me at least a little bit of money. And I'm wondering if any of my podcasting or any of this stuff that I do, like the Daily Trudge in the podcast, I can't really charge for, but I know more than that. Well, I just don't feel right starting to charge for something that you can go honestly read in a book. or that you can't get off of Google, or I don't want to be mixed up in the, well, I've got a 6-point master class. I can't do it. Can't do it. There's another guy I've been working with, and you know, a little bit, he's finding his way right now. And he's with another company. Yeah, these guys are great stuff. I'm like, yeah, are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? Yes, when push came to shove, they wanted him to volunteer there for 3 months before they could start paying him again. I'm like, I tried to warn you. I tried to let these people know. I tried to let them know. Hey, this is all going to be gone, man. I said this was the year of truth, and here we are. Truth is being shoved right in our fucking face, isn't it? It's very uncomfortable. Well, sure, some of the cuts have affected me a little bit, but not to the point. It certainly didn't affect any of this. It just didn't, you know. So sometimes I wonder where I belong in all of this. Am I just supposed to be some guy that gives away everything freely, but isn't worth anything monetary? That kind of, you know, it's hard to go with that. Or is that what God wants me to do? What's God's will in that? Because it seems to be okay for everybody else to go out and do it, and there seems to be no consequences. So maybe I'm wrong and it is the right way. Maybe, you know, making money off the desperation of other people is what God wants. Yeah, see? It doesn't work for me. You know. But I've been talking with this guy, and his wife is just graduating from she's gonna be I forget. But it's you know, along the lines of mental health. And we're talking about starting a sober living together, that we're tired of these other places doing what it is that they're doing. And we know that we could do this the right way and help a lot more people. But is that really going to get off the ground? Because, see, I've sent them stuff too, and they didn't follow through. See, it's like, why should I even bother putting any of this together? Why should I even bother calling these places when they won't even bother to follow through? What do I need to do? Tell them, oh, I'm going to bring you so many more clients, and you're going to make a lot of money. And I don't want those people. Those aren't the people I want to work with. They're, you know, for me, competition needs to end in the recovery field. There shouldn't be any competition. Because then what we're doing is we're putting a value on a human life, man, and I can't go that route. Was all of this freely given to me? No, it wasn't. The AA was, but everything else I either had to pay for or put time in. I had to put my own effort in. Okay? And that's got to be worth something. That's got to be worth something. You know, I take a lot of things that are kind of outside the scope of AA and bring it in, but you know, I'm not willing to break tradition. I'm not willing to do that. So, you know, I'm not sure what I should do next. And frankly, it's getting old. You know, when I wake up in the morning, I don't have anything exciting to really look forward to. And it's hard I don't even really get excited about things anymore, which I think is part of my depression. Nothing really seems to just, you know, get me excited. Maybe I'm just old and I kind of experienced a lot of things now. You know, since I've been through them, I kind of know what to expect. So that excitement factor really isn't there. But yeah, it would have been nice if some of these people would have followed through. They were supposed to send me times on when they could meet because we were going to sit down and figure out how we could work together, you know. And even while on the phone, I was feeling pushback because the first thing I did was ask about some of her friends on Facebook, and she denied knowing them. But I bet I could go through her Facebook and find comments of them talking back and forth. I bet I could. And then I would have my answer. Where am I to find these resources that are doing it the right way when everybody's being taught to do it that way? You ever run a sales room and had somebody that worked for the competition come over to your side and they did it completely wrong and they didn't care? They were just gouging people, and you try and retrain this person or whatever, and it doesn't work because they're stuck in their old fucking ways, because that's how they made money hand over fist until the company got fucking caught and shut down. And now they want to bring your bullshit to your side. See, that's exactly what it's like. When there's no real leader there in order to give the right direction. It's unfortunate, but recovery has become big business. And I could get some things done. I could apply for grants, things like that. But there ain't no money there no more. It's all gone. I don't know if you noticed, but a lot of the ads for recovery have gone away. You know what they're doing now? Because there's still plenty of money for the people affected by alcoholism. That money's still there. So now they're going after the families and doing MAT, medicated assisted treatment. What's going on? Amber said, I had a guy like that cry and quit and tell Scott I was scary last week. Oh, you're so scary. What did you do? Pop out of the corner and go, boo! Hey, what you doing? So what did you do? Say, stick to the script. Stick to the script. See, part of the problem for me is I've worked in the field when we were successful, and it was doing it the right way, and I know what it looks like. It is harder to do, and people just don't seem to want to do it. I'm having a hard time. So that makes me think, well, then I should just do what I'm good at, and, and fuck everybody else. Nobody's going to be a part. But then you can't do any of this alone. You can't do it alone. It's too much work. Even all of this is a lot of work. I've had to do stuff on my website for fucking months, and I just don't want to do it because it confuses the fuck out of me. I can figure it out, but it just wears me out. It wears me out. And I'm not sure what to do now. So, do I start charging for my podcasting? No. Should I just sit around and wait for Aurora Mental Health? And I'm a little disappointed. It's one person who helped me get this all started, and there has been no contact from her. And we're waiting on her to help us make a decision. And even then, it was a real balance on what I could do, because what I didn't want to do was give them my ideas so that they could steal them, because I suspect that might be going. But they're kind of in between a rock and a hard place, because they really want to be the people. And that's a good question, Amber. Let me get to that, because I thought of that too. But what is bonus content in this case? You know what I mean? What is bonus content from Dion? That's the hard part for me. I don't know what I could do for bonus content. That's why I'm coming to my friends, So, that's what my Let's Read Pos guy has. But sometimes I wonder, oh, granted, he's not in AA, but sometimes I wonder if he's curious. Yeah. Okay. But, if you have ideas of what bonus content could be that I could do, maybe my bonus content has to do with the harder topics. But then I would have to get out of AA and move more towards mental. Maybe I could do like an emotional sobriety, mental sobriety, emotional sobriety, physical. I don't know. Give me some ideas on that. I can't come up with all the ideas. I come up with plenty, but not all of them, right? So, I could. There's a lot of different things that I could do. I mean, my Facebook is set up for it, but I don't really trust Facebook either. So that means I'm going to have to set up my website. Well, I don't know how to set up my website. That's more work, right? So I'm not sure. Bonus content can be one question thoroughly answered. Are you saying I don't thoroughly answer questions? I'm just kidding. I know you're not saying that. Dion, if you could actually finish the explanation, that would be the bonus content. Sorry, I'm just making fun of myself there. So, I could open a sober living. I could. What I want more than anything is a halfway house for homeless alcoholics. But where's the money going to come for that? The only way I'd be able to do that is by doing an event and getting the community to pay for it. Why can't you get the community to spend their own fucking precious time? So, and I'm not going to go out and fucking beg for money for people to, like these other places are doing right now. They'll do anything. They just feel like as long as they're entertaining you. I mean, they're literally putting together a carnival to raise money to do. And that's not a bad idea. It's just, what's going to happen with the money is what I wonder. So, but yeah, if anybody can think of a way, and I'm not discrediting anything, I put, and but send me a message. Think of some bonus content that I could do. Give me some direction. I am technically inclined. I can figure it out, but I just don't feel like I have much direction right now. So, thankfully, I'm in a decent mood though, so that kind of helps. But I am tired of getting things going and people just completely fucking ignoring me. I'm tired of that bullshit. So, all right. I gotta get ready for my therapy appointment. So, thank you everybody for being here. I appreciate it. If you'd send me some suggestions, y'all got my phone number. So, I'd appreciate it. I love you. You know I do. Peace out and have a day.